All right, we're going to find the equation of the line tangent to this function, f of x equals 6 times the fifth root of x to the fourth at x equals 32, and I think some of y'all might be panicking because of that. Let's fix it. F of x equals, let's treat it the way it should be treated, 6x to the exponent over root. There we go. We're going to find the equation of a line. When we find the equation of a line, we're going to assume it's in slope-intercept form. That's a pretty safe assumption. If we need something in slope-intercept form, we need slope, obviously. We also need intercept. We'll get there later. Let's do slope first. Slope is based on derivative. The derivative is this. It's going to get crazy. 6 times 4/5. Don't grab your calculator. You can do this. 6 times 4. That is 24 over 5. 24 fifths x to the, let's subtract 1 from that, negative 1/5. Okay, it's a mess, but it's going to work. Let's rewrite it too. I'm going to do 2 steps in one because we've done this a bunch of times. That negative is going to send this entire factor right here to the denominator. The fact that it's a 1/5 makes it the fifth root of x. So we have 24 over 5 fifth root of x. There we go. We now know the slope. We don't really know the slope specifically because we need to plug in 32. So we're going to find out what f prime of 32 is. So 24 over 5 times the fifth root of 32. I'm actually going to continue to do this in my head. It's 24, the fifth root of 32 is 2. I planned it that way. You're welcome. That way it won't be a crazy decimal. We have 5 times 2, that's 10. 24 divided by 10 is 2.4. We now know our slope. I want you to keep in mind that that is our slope. In order to write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form, we need slope. Found it. Also, this is just a personal preference. It helps if you have a point. I'm going to go from point-slope form. Let me start writing this down. We're going to start going from point-slope form to slope-intercept form. So we already know slope is 2.4. We already know the x part of our coordinate, and that's 32. We don't know the y part, but we'll find it very easily. So before we finish, we need to know what that is. So let's come over here on the other side, and we're going to plug a 32 into the original function. So f of 32, this is going to tell us what the y part of our coordinate is. Because essentially we need a coordinate. We need 32 comma something, I don't know what it is. So we're going to plug in 32. 6 times the fifth root of 32 to the fourth power. That is a mess. That's okay though. 6 times the fifth root of 32 is 2. 2 to the fourth power is 16. 6 times 16 is 96. I refuse to grab my calculator. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. This Carol will bust in here and tear me up. There we go, 96. Got it. All right, 96. We're going to distribute the 2.4. I am going to use a calculator this time. Don't tell Miss Carol. 2.4 times 32, 76.8. 2.4 minus 76.8. At this point, it's basic algebra. We're going to add 96. 2.4 plus 18, no, 19. 0.2, but I'm going to make sure. I don't want to lead you astray. Yeah, 19.2. Right. 19.2. There we go. That's it. Found it. If we were to graph this function, then where x equals 32, we could draw a tangent line, and that would be the equation. Just to give you a visual of what's going on here, I'm going to sketch a visual of what's happening in general. This is not specifically that. Basically, we'll have some function like that. And where x equals 32, we have a tangent line, and we just found the equation of that line that is tangent right there. That should be a straight line. It's not, but it should be. That is not specifically this one, but it's probably pretty close.